Hey guys, Aaron and Eric here from MACkite Kiteboarding. Today we're going to talk to you. Eric has a very, this was a kind of a breakthrough, kind of an aha concept that I hadn't thought about, you know, with the use of your mast to generate some forward momentum as you're trying to pump the board. So without further ado, let's blow some minds here.
So everybody's familiar, pumping your wing, pumping your board, but they're not thinking about the power their mast has.
Right. Which is totally different.
It's totally different, but this is how windsurfers have been going fast for many, many years.
Yeah.
I was windsurfing.
You talk about some of the fins.
Some of the fins are 75 centimeters long.
And you guys were kind of leveraging.
You're leveraging. And so it's a foil this way. Your foil is this way, so we're pumping it like this.
Yeah.
But there's also a foil this way that you can pump sideways.
Right. Which is an interesting concept.
Yeah. So I was in Kailua Bay in Hawaii in 1985 and a little underpowered windsurfing. And there was this guy who was just blowing my doors off, and he had the same size sail.
You might know him.
You might know him. I was like, who is this guy? Who does he think he had? He's got numbers on his sails, 1, 1, 1, 1. Does he think he's number one? Well, he was. He was world champion Robbie Nash.
Yep.
He saw me struggling. He rolled by, allowed himself to pop off plane. I'm slogging, he's slogging, and he goes like this. He pumps his sail, which I already knew, but then he started pumping his feet sideways,
wiggling the board
against. So every time he's pulling the sail this way, he's pushing this fin this way.
Yeah.
And in the middle, he's cheating gravity for a second.
Yeah.
So we're like this. You pull while you push, and then as you open, you put the sail a little forward, you oversheet it, so it's lifting you up. You pull and you push.
Yeah.
And then you drop down while throwing the sail forward, and for a moment you've cheated gravity. So right after the thrust with the fin pushing that way and the sail pushing this way, you've taken all the weight off the board and it leaps up onto a plane.
I can't wait to try this when I get to that point, because it's tripping me out. I can see, like you say, the mast has a foil section on it from top to bottom, and there's a reason for that. Yeah,
it's actually almost as long as the average foil is this way, this way. So
you're saying, like, if this was our board and we're facing, this direction, normally we're pumping, but are you saying you're almost kind of wiggling?
Not so much wiggling, you're pushing it this way.
Okay, so just pushing against it with your feet. Got it.
Pushing, leveraging
the mast.
When you're struggling to get going, you need to reach a certain critical speed for the foil to engage to fly.
Yeah, right.
But if you're pumping hard with the wing and you start doing this, every time you do this, if you don't pop up on foil, you've slowed your board speed by dragging the tail.
If you've made too radical of a movement.
It's like ski brakes.
Yeah.
So instead, what you want to do is you start by gently loading up the wing.
Got it.
Don't try to go fast right away.
That's counterintuitive to what we're seeing.
It is counterintuitive. Everybody just furiously pumping really hard, working really hard.
Yeah.
Start gently. You'll feel the sail start to load up, pump a little more, and then instead of doing this right away, which is like putting on the brakes, you start pumping sideways against the foil's mast.
Got it.
That's going to bring you up an extra 1 or 2 mile an hour forward speed. That's when you want to bear off the wind a little bit, pump a few more times against the mast, and then you engage the foil with a couple of pumps.
Now I'm betting that your back foot placement is going to be crucial for this, right?
Right. You don't want to be far enough back to engage the foil accidentally. You want to be.
So is your back foot? When I'm foiling, I'm typically thinking that in most cases, I'm placing my back foot right over the mast.
Right. So this is just.
Would you still
4 inches in front?
Okay, so a little bit forward to that.
Just a little bit. And when you feel yourself accelerate, you just
wiggle back.
Shimmy that back foot one little bit back, a couple inches, and then she's going to pop up. And the final thing is, right when you go for that first pump like that, if you also rock the board over just a little bit, so as you do it, it's going to turn you upwind.
Oh, sure.
You're engaging centrifugal force, which gives you
Yeah.
You almost double the power of that first pump.
Sure.
So,
There's so many little efficiencies here.
We're trying to get up in lighter and lighter wind. I just ordered my new F1 carbon, like downwind board, this crazy board.
Yep.
We're trying to get up in lighter and lighter wind. And, you can go out and buy the most expensive foil, the most expensive lightweight wing, and all these things.
Yeah.
But they sure do perform better if you take advantage of all the leverage you have in your body. It's not all about you can't just buy your way to being a good rider.
Right.
And these little things make a huge difference. So let's highlight.
Perfect.
Gentle pumping with the wing at a 90-degree angle to the wind. A little bit more as you feel it load up, but you're not trying to take off.
You're not overly getting it.
You're not overly doing it. And so as you pump, you pull a little bit back and then close. And now as it's oversheeted, if you allow it to slide forward, it brings you up, and then you do this.
Yeah.
If we look at video of slow motion birds, slow motion insects, you can see they crank them way far forward, and then they go like
flare
this.
down.
And this motion is the most efficient.
Yeah.
Once you have loaded up the sail, you start loading up the mast. Once they're both loaded up and you're accelerating, you bear off the wind. A few more pumps with the sail against the mast.
Yeah.
And then when you feel it, then you carve up wind a little bit and do your first legitimate kick.
I love the way your mind works. This is you're such an instruction-minded person. Erik could probably teach all of us a better way to even just butter toast. There's a process. I love the way that your mind works. I can't wait to try this and utilize and leverage the power of what the mast has to offer, because again, like you're saying, that is a 70 to 90 centimeter. That is a foil in itself also. Mm-hmm. There's a leading edge and a trailing edge on your mast, and there's something there to be utilized.
Yeah, that's I think
most of us overlook that.
It's a lot of power, and the only people who've ever done this are windsurfers, and even the windsurfers who've done it on a windsurfer, the majority of them are only using the foil and the wing. They're not using the foil, the mast, and then the wing.
Yeah. Thank you, Robbie.
Thank you, Robbie Nash.
Yep. Awesome.
So,
do you have anything further that you want to add to this this concept before we wrap?
Less is more.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
The less energy you have to expend, the longer you're going to be able to ride.
Yeah.
If you're relying only on this aggressively and only on this with the foil aggressively, you are going to get up, but you're working harder, you're going to get tired sooner, and you're not going to have the advantage in the extra light conditions. So
that's a good one.
Work smart, not hard.
Not hard.
I like it the easy way.
Guys, this has been Aaron and Erik here with MACkite Boarding. If you have any further questions about this concept or anything pertaining to wing foiling, learning, beginning, advanced, we're always happy to help. Guys, please don't hesitate to reach out. And until then, hope to see you guys on the water.